Hello students, welcome to KMPS Educates, and we are starting chapter 6 today, that is new questions and ideas. And in the beginning of the chapter you'll see a paragraph named Anaga's school trip. So Anaga was going for the first time to a school trip in her life, and their train boarded from the Pune in Maharashtra to all the way they have to go to Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh. So Anaga's mother was came to see her off, and she told the teacher that do tell the children about the Buddha and take them to see Sarnath as well. So Anaga's mother told the teacher that they have to tell them about the Buddha, and they also have to take the students to see the Sarnath. So now I'll tell you the story of the Buddha. So, Siddharth, the real name of the Buddha was Siddharth, and he was also known as Gautama. He is the founder of the Buddhism, and he was born around 2500 years ago. So this was the time of the rapid change of the people. Like I have told you in the previous chapter, there were major changes in the society. Like some kings in the Mahajanapadas were growing very powerful, and new cities were developing, and life was also changing in the village areas also. And many thinkers, they were trying to understand the true meaning of life. Like they all wanted to try and find out the true meaning of life. So, whosoever were the thinkers of that time. So, the Buddha belonged to Sakya Gana, or you say Gana. I have told you in the previous chapter about Gana and Sanghas. So, Gana is the small group of people, and he belonged to Sakya Gana, and he was a Kshatriya. And when he was a young man, like when he was young, he left his home and he wandered in the search of knowledge, and he lived a life of a monk. And like he wandered for several years, like I am meeting and holding discussions for the knowledge, for the enlightenment, teaching people around the world. And finally, like he finally decided to find his own path to realization, and he meditated for many days under a people tree at Bodh Gaya in Bihar. So this is the point to note. He meditated under a people tree in Bodh Gaya in Bihar, and there he attained enlightenment. And from that time he was known as Buddha, or you say the wise one. So then after that, when he has attained the enlightenment, he went to Sarnath. Sarnath is a place in Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh, and there he taught for the first time. The Buddha spent whole of his life traveling from one place to another place till he passed away at Kushinara in Uttar Pradesh. He also taught that the life is full of sufferings and unhappiness. Nobody in this world is satisfied, and this is because everybody in this world have cravings and desires for new things. Like if we get something, we need more and more and more. So nobody is satisfied, and that's the cause of sufferings and unhappiness. And the Buddha described this unsatisfaction as thirst or tanha, and he also taught people to be kind, to be respectful to the lives of other, and like to be respectful to the lives of animals also. And he was a great believer of karma. Like he used to believe in karma, like whatever the results of our action in this life, it will affect our this life as well as our other life also. So he used to say every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Whatever, if we do good to somebody, the good will happen to us, and if we do bad to somebody, the bad will happen to us. That's the simple thing. And he was a strong believer of karma. and he taught all his lessons in the Prakrit language of that place, so everybody could understand his messages. And he asked people to think about themselves and simply not accept the things, but they asked them to think. And now I'm going to tell you the story of Kisa Gautami. So Kisa Gautami was a woman, and her son has died. Like, due to some reason, her son died, and she was very sad. She roamed through the streets of the city carrying her child, and she used to ask for help that anybody could bring her child back in this life. And she asked somebody that her son is very ill, but the man told him that your son is not ill, he is dead, and there is no medicine for death. She cried a lot, and the wise man told him about the Buddha. He said, you should go to the Buddha to help your son. If anyone can help, he can. Kisa Gautami thanked that man, and she went to Buddha for help. She asked Buddha that, please, can you heal my son? I'll do anything for that. Buddha replied, "O Kisa, if you can bring me a handful of mustard seeds from a house with no death, like he said, you can bring me a handful of mustard seeds so that after that I'll reborn your child." So Kisa overjoyed, and she said, "Okay, I'll be back soon." But then Buddha said, "There is an condition. There is a condition that uh, the mustard seeds should be from a house where nobody has died." So she said thank you to him, and she went to the village to collect the seeds. When she was going to door to collecting the sheet, but wherever she went, she found out that someone or the other person in the family had died. Like, in some family, mother had died, in some family, father had died, in some family, sister, brother, husband, wife, child, uncle, aunt, grandfather, grandmother had died. So in every home there is some unfortune, or you say everybody has lost their close ones. So from this, she learned a lesson that she is not the only one who has lost her son, but everyone in this world are suffering from the unfortunate, and everyone in this world has lost their close ones. So this is the part of life, and she have to accept that. And after that, she started following Buddha. So that's all the story of Kisa Gautami, and Buddha taught him the message of life. Next, this is a stupa at Sarnath. You can see this is the place where Buddha first taught his messages, and it's in Sarnath, Varanasi, in Uttar Pradesh. It's a beautiful place, and people visit this place a lot. So that's all for this video. I hope you have understood the topic. The rest of the topics we'll cover in the next videos. Thank you so much.